Striving for recognition. I'm Joseph. This is Input English. Today I have a story. This is an original story for Comprehensible Input. If you can follow the events in the story, follow the storyline, then you will absorb the English language. This is a very effective way of improving your level in your target language. The Input English channel publishes videos at the intermediate level. There's a reason for this. Worldwide, millions of people have studied English in school. Millions of people know a lot of English and can speak it, but want to improve. So this channel focuses on the intermediate level. Now, the content that I create at the intermediate level is designed to help you also acquire some lower frequency words. So in the context, I've used terms, phrases, expressions that would be considered advanced, but for the fact that they're being presented in this format. And this format makes them very understandable. So let's get started with our story. In a previous video, I explained that Craig is going into the 7th grade. He is 12 years old. When he started the 6th grade and went to the middle school, he did not register for band class. He didn't start band with the other students in the 6th grade. But partway through the 6th grade, he realized that he was missing out. He realized that he did want to be in the band, and he thought that it was probably too late. He talked to his parents about that concern, and they created a solution. So since Craig has decided that he wants to be in the band, he has been taking lessons at the music store with a teacher, and he has been practicing his saxophone every day. He has only rarely missed a day of practice. The lessons he has taken and the practice that he has done have been designed so that he could join the other students in the band at the beginning of the new school year in the fall. Craig's parents, Kathy and Robert, have noticed a lot of progress in the sound of Craig's playing of the saxophone. They're very satisfied that he is improving. Kathy, his mom, realized that he wasn't automatically scheduled for band. This was something she would have to take care of in anticipation of the new school year. So during the summer, she contacted the band director at the middle school and left a message. He called her back and they spoke by telephone for a short while. She explained the situation and explained that Craig would like to join the junior band in the fall. The band director was very accommodating. He said, well, certainly he would be very welcome. The band director was taking notes. He listened to Kathy's explanation with great interest, and he was not concerned that there would likely be a problem because the band director knew the saxophone teacher at the music store, and he knew that that teacher would prepare Craig very well. The band director recommended that they find a time that Kathy could bring Craig to the band room during the summer so that he could meet with Craig, explain what he had missed, and come up with a plan how he could fold into this junior band seamlessly. He recommended that Craig bring his saxophone so that the band director could hear how he plays. They agreed to do this, and when the time came around, Kathy took Craig to the band director's office at the band room. The two of them walked in, and she greeted the band director and introduced Craig. With that, Kathy departed because the two of them had plenty to talk about, and she wasn't really going to contribute much. She suggested that when Craig is done, he can wait outside and she'll pick him up shortly. She will go run an errand, and she may be back at the band room before Craig is finished. That's the way it unfolded. Craig and the band director spoke. The band director explained that they had 5 students on alto saxophone, 1 student on tenor saxophone, and 1 student on baritone. Now, Craig was harboring some ideas that he didn't share out loud. Craig had been told by his teacher about the concept of being first chair, that is, being the best in the section. The teacher suggested that it is desirable to strive to get good enough that you can be first chair. This suited Craig very well because he is a little competitive, and he saw this as an opportunity to compete with the other tenor saxophone player and perhaps become first chair in that section. After they spoke for a while, the band director told Craig to put his saxophone together, and that way he can demonstrate some of his playing ability to the band director. This was done quickly, and the first request from the band director was that he play some scales. Now, this is where Craig surprised the band director because he played all the major scales, that is 12 different scales, 2 octaves in very even timing. The band director was surprised by this, and he was also surprised by the good sounds that were coming out of this horn. The tone was quite good. Craig seemed to be playing in tune as well. This was a very pleasant surprise for the band director. He then had him play from the method book, and again, Craig did relatively well. Soon the band director had heard enough, and so he, in a very reassuring way, said that Craig could put his horn away. When this was done, and they were both seated again, the band director said, "Well, I'd like to welcome you to the band. You'll be a good addition to our saxophone section. I'd like you to be second chair in the tenors." Now, this did not make Craig happy. He might have even frowned a little bit when he heard that. When the band director had finished talking, Craig said, "So why am I second chair? Am I not good enough to be first chair?" The band director said, "Well, Craig, you actually might be good enough to be first chair, but there's a little detail." Craig asked, "What's that? What is that detail?" The band director explained that Craig has never played in an ensemble before. He has played by himself, and he has played duets with his teacher, but he has never played in a large group like this junior band. There are some skills that he will need to learn in order to be a contributing member of this band. The band director explained this to Craig in detail and then reassured Craig that this business of first chair or second chair can change over time. The band director said, "I think it would be best if you join the band not as the first chair tenor. It will allow you to build some skills without being under any pressure." That explanation resonated with Craig. He understood what he was being told, and he accepted it. Craig is still a competitive young man, and he does want to be first chair, but he saw the wisdom in the decision made by the band director. With that, the band director asked if Craig had any questions, and he did not. Craig picked up his saxophone case and walked out, thanking the band director as he left the room. Kathy was parked right outside, and the two of them went on home. As they drove home, Kathy asked how it went. Craig briefly explained what had gone on and briefly expressed a little bit of disappointment that he had not attained first chair with this audition. Kathy did not get into the details of whether Craig should or should not be first chair. She just suggested that he accept what has happened today and continue to strive to improve. She summarized by saying, if you want to be first chair tenor saxophone, then you need to play well enough that the band director will want you in that position. Craig nodded. He was thinking he needs to practice more. Now he has a goal. He wants to be so good at playing the tenor saxophone that the band director will choose him as first chair. I invite comments below, and if you like videos like this, be sure to click on this one next. See you soon.